on today's episode, you guys are going to be watching myself and a couple of girls take on New South Wales Northern Beaches. So while you guys are checking that out, I'm going to be using my Salty Captain 4-wheel drive wash to finally clean the car. Use the code TAYLOR, TAYLORR, for 15% off your total price. Alrighty, so welcome to our first actual adventure episode. So as you heard, we are heading down to the New South Wales Northern Beaches. So I actually live on the Sunshine Coast here in Queensland. So my first stop was north side of Brisbane to pick up Caitlin. And we are going straight down to Ballina because I have to pick up something from BCF, which I clicked and collected. Because only 2 shops in the whole of southeast Queensland had it, which was super irritating. Anyway, we stopped at this little cafe. It was actually really, really nice. So after we went to the little cafe, got a coffee and picked up Amy, we headed straight down to Aluka. So I don't know what happened to a lot of my filming just through the little town. There's not really much there, but it is a super cute little coastal town. So you can drive on this beach. Obviously, you do need to purchase a permit, but because we were in a bit of a rush and we just wanted to check it out, we thought that we would just come down, quickly have a look. It was super windy outside. So we weren't really prepared for anything. We just decided that we'd go check it out, and then we would head straight to the campground that we are staying at for our first night. So from Aluka to Mini Water, it took us an hour, give or take a couple of minutes. Always check where you are camping. Make sure that there's no alerts, because luckily the fires that were actually burning around Mini Water, they had just opened up all the campsites again only a day or 2 before we actually got there. So tonight we are camping at Uluru Campground. This is a national park, so unfortunately you can't take any pets, but it is absolutely stunning. The drive in here was really well maintained. There is 3 campsites, so when you book, just make sure that you are selecting the correct campsite. So after we drove around and found our campsite number, set up, got the kids occupied, it was dinner time. So we are having nachos tonight. If you guys are interested in doing like a little bit of a camp cooking sort of section in each camping video, let me know in the comments below. I do pre-cook all of my food, so it's just a simple case of having to heat it up like this. It literally took maybe 8 minutes to do the whole dinner for all of us. So I do have a fridge freezer set up, so I do put all of the meals in the freezer and then just pull out, you know, the night before what the next night dinner is going to be, if that makes sense, and everything else is just kept in the fridge. So it's super easy, very, very quick to do, and yeah, that way you don't have to worry about it. So this is our first morning of camping on this trip. So this sunrise was absolutely gorgeous. It was just myself and one other person on the beach. So this was from literally right where we're camping. You just walk down those stairs and you are on the beach. You can swim there and everything, but we just didn't have time to do that yesterday afternoon. So come and enjoy the sunrise with me.
It carries us along. Will we return here? I hope it's not too long. There is a river that carves its way through town. It will be flowing when we no longer are around. No longer are around. Long after we're around. Long after we're around. Follow the motion that carries us along. Will we return here? I hope it's not too long. There is a river that carves its way through town.
Alrighty, so day 2. Camping at Illaroo Campground was actually beautiful. You've got to book a site number, so when you get here you go around, find your site. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. The mozzies were pretty bad last night, but luckily we had the whole mozzie proof 3x3 tent. Honestly can't fault it. I think it cost us $24 for the night, but you literally, there's stairways onto the beach, which you can also drive your car on the beach. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Anyway, so this morning going into Minnie's water, check it out, grab a coffee, something to eat, and then we're going to head down to Nambucca. Makes sense. Oh no, it's hard. That's anti-climax. So after we had a swim and some lunch, we are off again. So we didn't actually stop in Nambucca. We went straight down to a place called Scott's Head, which you can drive on the beach. You do need a permit, but the permit we got is actually called a country pass, and it covers you for all of the parks and beaches in New South Wales except Mount Kosciuszko. So here is all 5 of us just deflating our tyres before we hit the beach. And we drove all the way down to the bottom part right before you come to like the Nambucca headland type area. This water was absolutely perfect. It was not cold at all. And just look at the colour of it. after we have gotten off the beach, we headed to our second camp spot for this trip. So I found this one on Hip Camp. The guy who owns it, his name is Sam, and he was super accommodating for us. Now this place is awesome. The chickens are pretty ruthless though, so if you're going to be having any dip with cheese and stuff like that, don't, because they will literally get up on the table and take it off the table before you can even notice that they're there. So this place literally has everything. Whether you're staying one night or more, you have a whole camp kitchen here. You have a place to do all your dishes, a barbecue and fridge, place to sit down, and there is some really cool fairy lights that go over the campfire. There is a long drop toilet. You also have a shower with hot water. Now usually I'm pretty sure it's about $42 per night. However, Sam did help us out a little bit because there was a group of us. This place is awesome for kids as well. As you just seen, there was a cubby house, swing, and there's heaps of like little toys that they can sort of play with, which is absolutely ideal when you're away camping and don't have the space. So this was our little snack board for the afternoon that we enjoyed with our beveraginos. And this is what I mean about just having like the cool kids toys that you just don't have the room for. So it just kept them occupied for most of the afternoon. It was just really great to watch. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up this episode here. We do have a couple more nights of camping, but if you jump over to the Adventure Loading Co.'s website, I actually have all of the campgrounds linked with all of the permits, so all you have to do is click it and go and book any of these for yourself. So stay tuned for next week's episode where we head down to Hat Head National Park and then Crescent Head. This is what it looks like at night. It is just such a vibe. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.